Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a world where, well, the lines between human and machine are getting blurrier than ever.
They really are.
We're living in an age where robots are writing our emails, algorithms are choosing our next binge watch, and AI, well, it seems to have an opinion on just about everything.
Yeah.
For a while there, it really felt like the future of digital marketing was entirely in the hands of artificial intelligence, promising this era of unprecedented efficiency and reach.
And that promise was incredibly compelling, wasn't it? I mean, the idea that tech could handle all the heavy lifting,
Yeah,
allowing brands to connect with customers globally instantly, and with what seemed like, zero human effort required.
exactly. But as our sources are revealing, there's this fascinating, almost ironic twist unfolding now in 2025.
Right. A real plot twist.
The very technology designed to connect us all universally started, well, in some ways, pushing us further apart. So today, we're taking a deep dive into your sources to really understand this surprising truth, how technology and genuine human connection are now battling it out for attention.
Yeah.
Our mission for you today is to connect the dots on why striking the right balance isn't just, a marketing strategy,
More than that.
but a crucial element for building genuine, lasting relationships in this whole evolving landscape. So get ready to maybe rethink what truly makes an impact.
What's really fascinating here is understanding how we can harness the incredible power of AI in marketing while also navigating its limitations. And crucially, recognizing the irreplaceable value of just being human.
Being human, yeah.
We'll explore why this balance is so important for you right now, whether you're building a brand, engaging an audience, or maybe just trying to cut through all that digital noise out there.
Okay, so let's cast our minds back a little bit to those exciting forecasts for digital marketing in 2025.
The shiny promises.
Exactly. Our sources paint this really compelling picture of what the space promised to be. This almost utopian vision of AI-driven marketing. First up was hyper-personalization. Remember all the hype around that?
Absolutely. The promise was that these AI tools would enable targeting so precise, so intuitive,
Yeah.
that they'd predict your needs before you even consciously registered them. It was that whole idea of, knowing you wanted pizza before you even thought about it.
Right. Or suggesting the perfect article before you tapped a single search term.
Exactly. And this wasn't just about, addressing you by your first name in an email.
No.
It was about tailoring every single touch point, the subject line, the product recommendations, to feel like it was crafted just for you.
And it wasn't just the individual targeting, was it? There was this huge push towards total automation.
Ah, yes.
The vision was pretty seductive. Machines handling, well, everything. Content generation, ad targeting, customer service chatbots, complex analytics. It painted this picture of marketers basically living the dream, right? Sipping margaritas on a beach while the algorithms did all the work.
Exactly. All the heavy lifting, the campaign optimization, that endless stream of content taken care of.
Yeah.
And the appeal for brands was immense. I mean, imagine SEO-friendly content that ranks like magic because AI had crunched every keyword and trend.
Right.
Think of dynamic ads that adapt to every viewer's real-time mood, not just their basic demographics.
Wow.
And the huge allure of 247 customer service that never gets cranky. Always available, always perfectly on message.
Never has a bad day.
Never. These weren't just theories. They were pitched as the keys to unprecedented efficiency and truly global reach. Marketers were promised this world where their efforts would constantly improve all by themselves, even while they slept.
It was a vision of, effortless, perfect communication.
Yeah, a way to scale engagement like never before.
It sounds incredible, doesn't it? Almost too good to be true.
Wow.
And then the data started telling a bit of a different story.
It did.
Our sources reveal this unexpected downside to all this automation, this twist nobody quite saw coming. It turns out that users are spending a staggering 50% less time on AI-generated, templated content.
50%.
Let that sink in. Half the engagement just gone because the content feels robotic.
Which raises this really important question. If automation was designed to personalize and engage us better, why did it often lead to the exact opposite?
Right.
Well, the very efficiency that was so compelling also brought this wave of digital fatigue. People just started to intuitively sense, when content was mass produced by a machine.
I could feel it.
Yeah, it lacked a certain spark, a unique voice, that human element.
Absolutely. And think about it. When every brand starts using the same AI tools, following the same optimization best practices,
Yeah.
what happens?
Everything starts sounding the same.
Exactly. Everyone sounds eerily similar. That perfectly optimized content just blends into this homogeneous digital hum.
Mm-hmm.
As our sources put it, people can smell robot content from a mile away.
They can.
It makes you wonder, in a world where everyone sounds the same, who actually gets heard?
And more importantly, who gets remembered?
Yeah.
What's fascinating here is how quickly those perceived benefits of total automation started flipping into, well, significant liabilities for brands.
Right.
If automation makes everything generic, what happens to your authenticity, your distinctiveness?
It vanishes.
Sources are very clear on this. When everything becomes automated, nothing feels special anymore. It's that generic messaging meets robotic interactions scenario.
Which sound like?
Which, as you can imagine, is the perfect recipe for brand invisibility. Your brand might be perfectly optimized according to the algorithm,
Nobody cares.
but it's just another whisper in a very, very crowded room, and that's a costly whisper to make.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because despite all this shiny tech, there are things machines just can't replicate.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the enduring power of human connection truly shines through. Take empathy and emotional intelligence, for instance. Our sources use this brilliant analogy. When a student tells you, "My dog ate my homework,"
The classic.
a human understands that's often code for, "I'm overwhelmed," or "I had a crisis, maybe I just need a little grace."
Right. You read between the lines.
Exactly. And AI, on the other hand, it thinks it's about literal canine dietary choices. It completely misses the subtext, the nuance, the humanity of the situation.
Entirely. And that fundamental inability to truly feel and understand beyond just data points, that's a massive chasm.
Huge.
And that flows directly into relationship building. Our sources highlight that while, sure, digital touchpoints are efficient,
Very efficient.
it's the personal visits, the dinners, the social events that create bonds that genuinely last longer than your phone battery.
That's a good way to put it.
Trust, as we see again and again, builds over shared stories, mutual experiences, not just shared data points.
Yeah.
An algorithm can spot common interests, sure, but it can't share a laugh over an inside joke or read the subtle body language that signals concern. Those are the building blocks of real rapport.
It really is about that authentic connection, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why successful influencers, for instance, resonate so deeply.
Exactly.
Audiences connect with real humans, with real stories, and yes, even with their real flaws.
But the flaws matter.
They do. They don't trust algorithms pretending to have personality disorders or these perfectly curated, sterile personas. There's something deep inside us that seeks out that proof of human. Those beautiful little imperfections, that vulnerability. It signals someone real made this or is sharing this just for you. It makes us feel seen.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
And what's fascinating here is that the very things AI really struggles with, empathy, genuine connection, those authentic flaws are precisely what audiences are craving.
More than ever, it seems.
And it's what builds true loyalty. Our sources make it crystal clear. Touching humans, literally and figuratively, builds trust that no algorithm can ever replace.
Right.
In a world saturated with infinite digital touchpoints, the rarest commodity isn't actually data anymore.
It's genuine human attention and the connection that comes with it. When a human takes the time, the effort, the care to connect, it just stands out against that backdrop of automated efficiency.
It really cuts through. Okay, so if total automation isn't the answer, what is? How do we move forward from here?
Well, that brings us to what our sources are calling the magic formula.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
The human plus AI hybrid approach. This is where we learn about real-world examples of how to strike that perfect balance,
Okay.
leveraging the best of both worlds. And the core idea is actually pretty simple. Let AI handle the grunt work.
The boring stuff.
Precisely. AI excels at tasks that are data-intensive, repetitive, need incredible speed and accuracy, but don't need emotional intelligence.
Like what?
Think data analysis, spotting trends in huge data sets, optimizing content for search engines, A/B testing ad creatives endlessly, handling routine customer service questions, or even drafting initial content outlines. It's about letting machines do what they do best. Be incredibly efficient, tirelessly precise, handling the mechanics of marketing.
Right, and this frees up us humans
Exactly.
to own the soul of the operation.
The soul, I like that.
That means focusing on the brand storytelling,
Yeah.
injecting that crucial emotional resonance, developing the core creative strategy. These are the things that make people actually feel something, you know, that create a memorable experience rather than just getting them to click a button.
It's the difference between a perfectly constructed email that follows all the rules and one that actually moves you.
Yeah.
Humans define the message, the narrative, the why behind it all.
So it connects back to the bigger picture then.
Absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not about choosing between digital and human. It's about intelligent integration.
Okay.
And this raises an important question, really. How can we use AI to amplify human effort and creativity instead of diminishing it?
Right, using it as a tool.
Exactly. Seeing AI as this powerful tool that extends our reach and efficiency, allowing us humans to dedicate our uniquely human talents where they matter most, crafting truly impactful, emotionally resonant experiences.
That's the magic formula in practice.
Yeah.
Our sources point to big brands like Salesforce and BNY Mellon, who are mastering this blend.
They are.
They're not just automating, they're creating what's being called vibe marketing.
Vibe marketing. Okay.
Yeah, marketing that feels authentic, relatable, and deeply memorable. For example, a brand might use AI to pinpoint exactly who needs a specific piece of content and when.
The targeting part.
But then a human creative team crafts the compelling story, adds that personal touch, or designs a truly unique campaign that hits you emotionally.
So it's like having a super smart robot assistant.
With human heart.
Exactly. The best of both worlds, where technology enhances rather than replaces that genuine connection.
It seems like such a logical approach when you lay it out.
It is. It acknowledges the strengths of each. AI can identify millions of potential customers, sift through the data.
But only a human can truly understand the emotional triggers that turn those leads into loyal advocates. This hybrid model allows for hyper-efficiency on the operational side,
Right.
freeing up our human bandwidth for that high-value, high-impact creative and relational work.
But what happens if brands don't get this right? What's the actual cost of ignoring human connection in this, increasingly digital world?
The consequences. Section 5 in our sources is all about that.
And they sound pretty stark. First off, you get audience fatigue, and it sets in fast.
It really does.
People are developing what our sources call AI content blindness, even faster than the old banner ad blindness. Remember that?
Oh, I remember banner blindness well, and this is worse.
Apparently so.
It makes sense. Imagine scrolling through your feeds, and everything sounds just a little too perfect, a little too polished.
Too generic.
Too generic. You just intuitively start filtering it out. Your perfectly optimized content, crafted by the most advanced AI, quickly becomes perfectly ignorable.
Ouch. It's not just a lack of engagement, it's an active disengagement because it doesn't resonate. It doesn't feel real.
And beyond just fatigue, there's a serious risk of trust erosion.
Yeah, huge risk. Generic AI content, no matter how factually accurate it might be, often lacks that essential proof of human.
That spark.
That spark. It's missing those beautiful imperfections, the unique voice, the unexpected turn of phrase that signals someone real with real thought and feeling actually crafted this for you.
Yeah.
Without that, the content feels sterile, uninspired, and fundamentally untrustworthy. It's like the difference between talking to a helpful chatbot with a script
Versus a real human with a personality.
Exactly. One builds trust, the other just creates distance.
And when that trust erodes, I guess loyalty just takes a nosedive.
It absolutely does. Customers will ghost brands that feel robotic faster than, well, bad first dates.
Huh. Good analogy.
Think about it. If a brand consistently interacts with you in a way that feels cold, automated, devoid of genuine understanding, why would you feel any allegiance to it?
You wouldn't. There's no connection.
There's no emotional connection, which inevitably means no repeat business, no brand advocacy, and a much higher customer acquisition cost over time because you're constantly chasing new leads instead of nurturing the relationships you already have.
That sounds expensive.
It is. And our sources issue a really clear warning here. Brands that embrace human flaws, authentic stories, they're the ones cutting through the noise.
Oh.
Like a real person walking into a room full of chatbots. They stand out precisely because they dare to be human.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, the listener, the learner, moving forward? This brings us to the future, doesn't it? To becoming what our sources call digital heroes who never forget the human touch.
Love that title.
Me too. First and foremost, the message seems to be use AI to amplify, not replace.
Amplify, not replace. Key difference.
Think of AI as your super-powered intern, maybe, or even a brilliant co-pilot. Let it handle the heavy lifting, data analysis, optimization, those repetitive tasks. But your human intuition, your creativity, your understanding of nuance that needs to steer the ship, that guides the strategy, defines the message.
And alongside that, it's crucial to prioritize, well, face-to-face magic, or at least real human interaction.
Real interaction, yeah.
Balance your digital campaigns with real-world interactions. Our sources stress this. Nothing quite beats looking someone in the eye and knowing they're not about to ask you to update your privacy preferences.
Or that they're genuinely listening.
Exactly. These direct interactions, whether it's a personal meeting, a networking event, maybe even just a heartfelt, handwritten note, they build a different and deeper kind of bond.
Yeah, they show effort.
They demonstrate genuine investment and care that a purely digital exchange often struggles to replicate.
Absolutely. And we also need to build for the long game, don't we?
We do.
Our sources make it abundantly clear. Sustainable growth comes from genuine connections, not just those fleeting clicks and impressions.
It's the difference between compounding interest and, well, just noise.
That's a great way to think about it. Relationships compound over time. They grow stronger, more valuable. Impressions just press. They're momentary. They fade.
So true.
So we shouldn't just strive to be, digital heroes. We need to be human touch champions.
Human touch champions. I like it.
That means embracing AI's incredible global reach, using technology to connect with the world, but never forgetting to actually touch the people behind the screens. And yes, sometimes that still means actual handshakes, shared meals, real conversations.
It really does. And this means investing thoughtfully in those real moments.
Like what?
Personal meetings that go beyond just the transaction, social events that actually foster a sense of community, authentic storytelling that reveals the heart behind the brand or the person.
The human stuff.
The human stuff. These are the elements that make humans feel human in this increasingly robotic world.
Yeah.
It's about understanding that while AI can optimize the distribution channel, humans are absolutely indispensable for creating the content that truly moves people, the stories that resonate, the experiences that build that lasting loyalty.
Exactly. So the winning brands, looking ahead to 2025 and beyond, they don't make this false choice, do they? Between digital and human.
No, they refuse the either.
They marry them. Like peanut butter and chocolate, the sources say. Creating something much more compelling, much more effective, and way more memorable than either one could be alone.
It's that perfect blend. They understand that technology provides the infrastructure, the scale.
But humanity provides the soul.
Precisely. The soul.
It makes sense.
And this really raises an important question for all of us, brands and professionals alike. Are you genuinely connecting with your audience? Or are you just broadcasting messages into a digital void?
That's a tough question to ask yourself.
It is. But the lesson from our sources today is crystal clear. Authentic interaction remains paramount for true engagement and trust, regardless of how advanced our tools become.
So the goal isn't to replace.
No, the goal is to use technology to enhance human connection, not replace it, to make sure every touch point, whether it's digital or physical, feels intentional, empathetic, and uniquely human.
And that brings us towards the close of this deep dive. There's a final truth bomb from our sources that I think really ties it all together beautifully.
Let's hear it.
In a world where we are drowning in digital messages, often starving for genuine human connection, and yes, sometimes even asking ChatGPT for dating advice.
We've all been tempted.
The brands that remember we're all just confused humans trying our best to understand technology. They'll be the ones we actually remember, the ones we trust, and ultimately the ones we love.
That's powerful because at the end of the day, algorithms may know what we want to buy, but only humans truly understand why we might need a hug while we're buying it.
Wow, that's a perfect place to end. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Maybe take a moment now to reflect on how you can strike that essential balance between technology and humanity in your own interactions, your own choices professionally and personally. Until next time.